Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome to the match preview. Just 7 minutes late, but we're going to get there. This is me controlling StreamYard for a change, since I've got a new little setup going on at home now. But anyways, we're getting that another time. AGT, joined by the Cop TV, Liverpool fan ahead of this weekend's big game at Anfield. How we doing, mate?
Very good, mate. Nice to see you again. Nice to see that you've come home and stop living it up so hard in Dubai. But yeah, good to see you, mate. Good to see you.
Aye, good to see you, mate.
Yeah.
Not so good to be back. Like, I think I'd rather still be in Dubai than it's alright. It's good to be home, I suppose. It's good to be home in a way.
Have you got a new flat? Is it in town?
I'm moving left, right, and centre, mate. I'm moving every week, man. I'm in a different place.
Why? Why are you moving so much?
It's a long story, mate. But basically, landlord was shafting us when I was out in Dubai. So loads of stuff going on there, which I'll tell you off camera.
Yeah, tell me off camera, mate. Tell me off camera.
A nightmare to be honest, mate. Loads of things were going wrong, but we're here now anyway. We're here, and I am gonna get a green screen soon so I can hide all my shit that's in the background that I'm trying to move and clothes that are getting moved left, right, and centre. It's been a mad rush, mate, since I got back home a week ago. But how's things been on your end?
Yeah, bro, all good. Just really continuing to work hard and lay the foundations for when I actually move up to Liverpool myself in July. We're looking at flats, me and the missus. So yeah, bro, just preparing for the next step, really.
That's it, mate. That's it. Everyone, check out the Cop TV. The links are already in the description.
Come on, man.
So, AGT, tell Willian what's going on with Liverpool. You had that horrible record where was it 6 losses in a row at home, 7, but now you stopped that in the last one, didn't you?
Yeah, 6 losses at home in a row. First time that's ever happened in our history. A lot of these bad records, you hear stuff like hasn't happened since 1980, and then it gets a bit worse, 1960. And then before that, it's never happened before. It's that bad. So, we've never been lower than what we have been recently. But yeah, you mentioned there that we get a goal in the last minute against Aston Villa, which sets us up nicely for the return leg of the Madrid game. But then we lose that, and then we drew that 0-0. And then last week was obviously a draw. Sorry, this Monday was a draw against Leeds. So, really mixed, mate, to be honest. Can't really tell you what's going to happen. And then obviously the Super League has just come and pissed on everything, really. So to be honest, I've kind of forgot about the league table and the next game, like this Newcastle game, because of the madness that's just happened this week, bro. It's just, who could have ever thought this would happen? And just trying to make sense of it all, to be honest, man.
I know, mate. It feels like I didn't even do a video on the Super League, and people asking us to. But me, I was just being busy, and I just couldn't even get me like at the start. I'm just like, I can't even get over it. But thankfully,
the cheekiness of it, man.
I just thought, it's not real. And then I always thought it was going to get stopped. To be fair, especially when you see everyone's reaction from Sky and from the fans and stuff. But it was just a bit of a madness one, but nice to know that it's stopped anyways in the works. Obviously, you being a part of that, what were your thoughts first of all when you thought like? No Merseyside derbies anymore. No daft Qatar Thursday nights against Madrid.
I did a couple videos with Robbie on this, and if you watch the first one, it looks like someone very, very close to me has just died. I was completely gutted, and I was so caught up in the monstrosity and the greed of it all, bro. It's disgusting. I mean, I did a stupid little skit on my Instagram today about what an American owner is like when they come to visit one of their English clubs that they own. I mean, there were stories, bro, about one of the 6 owners of the English clubs turning up to a game one time and going, "Hey, which team are we? Which jersey are we?" I'm like, what the? I mean, even Mike Ashley knows Newcastle play in black and white stripes. I mean, it's just laughable, bro. And to think that they did all this behind our back. Fiorentino Perez just said a minute ago, I'm watching Sky Sports News now. He said they've been planning this for 3.5 years, bro. So, I mean, if you go back to 3.5 years, we were probably just about to be in the Champions League final for the first time. And all of this stuff has been going on behind closed doors since then. It's just a joke. It's disgusting. It's disgraceful. And thank fuck, excuse my French, that it's gone. Yeah, I love that. But listen, thank God it's gone. I mean, listen, there's a lot more issues to address in the game. Whilst we've conquered this one. So let's move on to the next issue, which is probably Mike Ashley, mate.
Oh, mate, no, we'll save that for your channel. Everyone. Tune into the Cop TV after this one. I'm going straight live on Alex's channel there. Ryan's asked that question, but you mentioned you had a video of Robbie, didn't you? With that,
yeah, I mean, it's not an apology, Ryan. It wasn't an apology. I mean, if you actually look very closely, you can see the laptop reflection on his glasses.
Scripts.
I mean, and another thing that he added in was he had the yellow daffodils behind him in the video. Now, if you actually look into it, yellow daffodils are a sign of apology and retribution. So again, that's another predetermined thing that he's tried to place to make us feel sorry for him. But it's not even an apology. It's pathetic, bro. It's not even an apology. Is heartfelt. Apology you can feel when you're just reading words off of a script that you've written down probably the night before, thinking, shit, this didn't go how I thought it would. Let me try and spin this in a way that looks like I'm actually trying to apologize. I mean, it's laughable that these owners have come out and said, we've listened to you. If you had listened to us in the fucking first place, you wouldn't be making a Super League, would you? So it's just an absolute disgrace, bro. And thankfully, we've pointed the finger at these evil owners, and the next stage, I guess, is slowly getting rid of all of them.
It is, and obviously that the next thing is, will they be punished? Will you lot be punished amongst the other clubs? Do you think they should be, or what do you reckon should happen?
I mean, first and foremost, when people point the finger at Liverpool being one of the big six and a greedy club, that's the owners of Liverpool. Forget the fans. Like, we're on your side. Do you think we want to be in this Super League? Fuck no. So I feel like Liverpool fans maybe at the minute are being singled out, or big six fans are saying, they're so greedy. We don't want this, bro. It's the owners. You know all too well about greedy owners. So, I mean, you say that Tom there says none of the big six are sorry. I agree with that. However, you've got to remember, it wasn't the fans, it wasn't the players that decided this. It was the owners. So if there is a punishment, obviously we've got to take it on the chin. Realistically, the Premier League will not get rid of 6 big clubs like this that bring in so much revenue to the league, which could be seen as corrupt, controversial, money-driven. So I don't think they'll get rid of us, but I do expect there to be some kind of punishment, whether that's a transfer window ban, points deduction. Like I would be calling it out if you joined the big six. So why should we be any different? And I think that's the way we have to look at this now.
Big punishment for you this Saturday. We'll be getting beat off Newcastle, I reckon, mate. getting beat off, mate.
Well, listen, if you can beat us, that is our punishment. I'll take that. I mean, I was just looking up their Liverpool and Newcastle's record. I don't think we've actually lost to you since 2016. But last year's Anfield game, which I think we previewed together, was a belter. I remember your man, what's his name?
Jetro.
Yes, pinging one in, top bin. So listen, an exciting game would be good. Obviously, a Liverpool win would be better. But if we do lose at home to you guys, again, it wouldn't surprise me with this season. But I do think we might just nick it. I can't lie.
I think, if Newcastle are ever going to win at Anfield, it's got to be this season. It's now or never for us. It's now or never. But I think Anfield's got to be the worst place for Newcastle to go in the Premier League era, without a doubt. I think you said 2016. That must have been at St James's, though, was it, where we won?
I think it was St James's, yeah. I mean,
I think
I'm trying to think of a time.
95 is what I've got, yeah. 1995 was the last time we won at Anfield.
There you go, then. I mean, down the years, there's been some absolute classics, obviously, that everyone talks about. But then in between that, there's been a lot of kind of 2-0s, 3-0s to Liverpool, 3-1s. I remember Joey Barton getting sent off. It's not been a good hunting ground for Newcastle. But when you scored that goal last season, that belter, that's something for the fans to remember.
Do you reckon this weekend, is there anything that you're scared of coming up against Newcastle? A few weeks ago would have been a lot better for you to play. We've been on a better.
Well, I don't know.
Pick up some wins.
You've just beaten West Ham at home 3-2, and I think you won the game before that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, beat Burnley away, which was a big relegation battle. Drew with Spurs.
Unreal few results there for Newcastle. 3 big results on the bounce there, and I mean, St. Maximan, I think we've spoken about him before. I was just kind of waiting for this purple patch of his to happen, to be honest, because I knew how good he was before he got injured, and when he's come back, unbelievable player, and guarantee there's going to be a few of us greedy six knocking about for him in the summer if he wants to leave. But he's obviously your biggest threat. Callum Wilson, I think he scored against us earlier on in the season, did he not? At your place, someone scored very early. Oh, it was Dwight Gale.
I think it was Dwight Gale twice. I think it was Dwight Gale. Aye.
Yeah. So he's a player that's haunted us down the fucking years as well. But someone like John Joe Shelby, Manquillo, they've got things to prove against their old club. But I mean, St. Maximan's easily the biggest threat for you guys. And
you would take him at Anfield, would you? You'd sign him in the summer if Liverpool could. Where do you reckon he would fit in there? Well, obviously,
this is the thing. I mean,
about Salah going, Mane going.
Yeah, I don't know about Salah, bro. I mean, Salah stays exactly where he is for me. I mean, if Firmino and Mane, is he better than Mane? Because he's not playing in Firmino's position, and I do think Firmino will go this summer. Is he going to beat Mane for a starting place? Maybe in 2 years.
No,
when Mane's a bit over the hill there, but I mean, he is this season anyway, to be honest. But I could see him at Liverpool. I'm not going to lie, but it depends on his next season for you guys, bro. He could either triple his worth or end up staying at Newcastle, which is not a bad thing at all. But he's your best player at the minute for sure, man.
And got Callum
and Joe Willock as well. Joe Willock.
That's what Callum's just said there. Callum Lewis saying careful, the super sub comes off the bench and scores every week, that lad. But
I mean, he's scored against Tottenham recently, so that was a good one. And he scored against West Ham, the winner. So again, someone arriving late in the box, it's always a challenge. But have we got any injuries? I mean, injuries in Liverpool this season, it just goes like strawberries and cream, to be honest. The only four that I still know are definitely out for the game at the weekend is Henderson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Matip, 3 centre-backs, and our captain, who obviously would have loved to have played in this game as a former Sunderland captain. But apart from that, bro, I think Curtis Jones might have a small knock. I mean, he hasn't played for us since the start of March. He's been injured kind of behind the scenes. And I don't think Jota was pictured in training today. I read. Who knows what's going to happen there? But you can pretty much expect a very similar team to what we played with at Real Madrid.
So after this season, obviously compared to last season, compared to the last couple of years, it must be hard to take in a way, like, after getting used to that success in it, because you're out the FA Cup, aren't you?
Out of the FA Cup, early doors to United, out of the League Cup.
Champions League now.
Obviously out the champion. I mean, yeah, bro, listen, this season's been a mess, really. If you look at it from start to finish, there's been little glimpses of, brilliance. You know, we did the double over Tottenham, did the double over Arsenal still. But yeah, there's so many things that have contributed to the demise this season. And I don't want to, start pointing the finger at this and that. I got the stick ripped out of me for that on Robbie's channel when I broke it down into percentages about why the season's gone bad. Got ripped for that. I won't do that. But you just can't compare them. Last season, we ran away with the league. I think 20 points clear in the end. So it's just last season was an anomaly because half of it was with fans. We won the league. Half of it was in lockdown. And I still think this season is an anomaly, even though the word anomaly means it's 1 in a million kind of thing. But 2 crazy seasons in a row, I do think, hopefully, fingers crossed, next season we can go back to some normality. My family are starting to get their payments taken by the club. So it looks like season tickets are, most people should be back for the new season. So listen, as long as we can try and finish off this season well, I just can't wait for next season, bro. I'm kind of done with it this year.
I mean, you both, mate. Do you reckon a couple of signings then and you can push for the league again, or just keep the keeper at it?
You say signings. I think there's more sales needed than signings, to be honest. I think this is probably the final season in which maybe the the old guard, as we call it, might be coming to an end. You look at players like the Ox, you look at players like Matip, even Keita, you look at players like Firmino, maybe Shaqiri. These guys are kind of flirting with the first team, not really making a huge impact when they come on. I think we sell maybe 4 or 5 of them, and then we bring in definitely another centre back. I think there was rumours of Kunate joining. Definitely a midfielder if we're going to be selling Keita and Ox, which I don't know how realistic that is. And we definitely need a striker, someone that can bag. I mean, this season, bro, Origi has managed to stay, but somehow Minamino and Brewster have left and had decent, well, not Brewster to be fair, but Minamino has been decent at Southampton. So we could have done with him ourselves. And that's why I think we are going to have to buy an out-and-out number 9 who gets you 25 goals a season, because I think Firmino's got maybe 8 or 9 this year. Not good enough. Mane's got 8 in the league. And obviously it's all boiled down to Salah having to score all the goals again. I think he's got 30 this season in all comps. So don't fancy Joel Linton though, mate. I know he's playing probably the best he's played for Newcastle at the minute, but or Tammy Abraham from Chelsea. I mean, this is the thing. The big names are either Mbappe, Haaland, or all the other big names are very happily settled at their clubs.
Because you dodged a bullet with Werner as well, didn't you? You dodged a bullet with Timo Werner, really. So
yeah, I think we did. I think we did. But listen, there's scouts working on it. The thing is with Liverpool, maybe apart from Thiago as the only exception, we don't buy big name players, or we buy medium name players and then turn them into stars. So I don't really expect us to go out and buy an Mbappe. If we did, all would be forgiven, Mr. John Henry. But no, listen, who knows, bro? We can sit here and predict. It's only towards the end of April now. Come the end of August, I'm sure both of our squads will look very different, bro.
Yeah. So you said you kind of predict it though, but I'll let you try and predict the lineup for this weekend. Where who do you reckon is going to be playing for Liverpool?
It will be Alisson, who was brilliant at Leeds, kept us in the game, to be honest. You'll have Trent, you'll have Nat Phillips coming back into the team. Missed the game against Real Madrid. He played the one against Real Madrid, missed the game against Leeds. Had Benzema in his back pocket, by the way. Nat Phillips, look, if you don't believe me how big a fan of Nat Phillips I am, there you go. There's your proof. He's the wallpaper on my fucking phone. How about that? I'm probably the only person in the world.
I was going to say, should I put you on?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I had Thiago, but I'll change it to Nat Phillips because he just kept getting man of the matches, bro. So he'll play with Kabak, and obviously Robbo will play. The midfield, I'd like to see Thiago play. I'd like to see Gini Wijnaldum play. And obviously Fabinho has to play. If Wijnaldum doesn't play, I'd like to see Curtis Jones. Wouldn't want to see Keita. I'd like to see Ox as well. I know he's got a lot of energy. So any of them in the midfield. And then up front, I'm dropping Firmino and I'm going with Mane, Jota and Salah, bro, to be honest. With an attacking bench of Origi, Firmino, Shaqiri, and whoever else doesn't make it. But
who was up front there, mate? Who was up front with Mane and Salah? Who did you drop Firmino?
Jota. So I drop Firmino for this one, yeah.
Big call.
Jota seems to have that kind of killer instinct that Mane used to have, where he can't. What you'll notice as well, and if he scores a goal like this, I say I told you so. But what Jota likes to do, he's not far out left, but what he'll do is in between the right back and the right centre back, he'll drift into some space and then make his run across the goal. But what he likes to do is whilst he's running across, he'll catch the keeper with a near post shot. So it looks like he's going for the near post, but he actually whips it. And he scored a lot of goals this season for us doing exactly that. So I think he's better in between the lines at the minute than Bobby. Bobby comes way too deep. And at the minute, we need goals. We don't need our number 9 to be dropping into a CDM position, bro. So, yeah, I'm hoping that he plays a bit more forward.
He's hungry, man. That's why he's banging them in. He's hungry, and it's a huge step up from Wolves to Liverpool. And he's fair play. He's took his chances again. Another one who's been unlucky with injuries, like any. But I'll rate Jota, and I think next season's a big season for him. Like,
yeah, him and Thiago, once they sit there or stand there and there's 60,000 fans singing their name, then we might start seeing another level to them. We've obviously seen Jota play brilliantly this year with no fans, but I do feel like maybe it's just a Liverpool thing. I'm sure Newcastle is very similar, but at Liverpool, I just can't wait for these lads to actually hear "You Never Walk Alone," to feel the atmosphere, and like you said, bro, next season it's huge for everyone.
And finally, before we go over to your channel, mate, score prediction for this weekend?
I mean, do you know what, bro? It's an early kickoff, and we don't necessarily like early kickoffs. We don't play well in them traditionally. I'm going to try and ignore that, and I'm going to go for I'm either going 2-0 or 3-1 to Liverpool. I have got a sneaky feeling that someone like Callum Wilson, someone like St. Maximin can score. Is Ryan Fraser playing for you guys?
No, I mean, he hasn't featured for weeks on the international duty. He got an injury and he just kind of shake it off. But that's been the story of his career at the Toons.
You know what though? I'll tell you, Ryan Fraser scares me. There was a game last year when I was at Anfield, and we played Bournemouth. This was the season, but fucked us that game. He was so small and annoying. He just got right round everyone. So I'm glad he's not playing. To be fair.
I seen that just before we went on. He was pictured training the day of St. Maximin, but goodness me, we've got a chance of getting a result at Anfield. We'll definitely need the main man back as well as Callum Wilson. But to hear my prediction, head over to the COP TV. I'll be live on there in the next 5 10 minutes.
Love that.
We'll get over there. Links in the description. AJT, it's been a pleasure, mate. Good seeing you again.
All the best, man. See you in a minute.
Take care, everyone. Just watching, subscribe, and we'll see you later.